welcome back to Alice Talks Football. And Manchester United have dropped points to Southampton. Manchester United 2, Southampton 2. A last minute equaliser by Southampton from a corner as Manchester United went down to 10 men after Brandon Williams got an injury. And I have to say, as a Manchester United fan, it feels like a defeat to me because it was a game that was there for the taking, really. Leicester and Chelsea just got ripped at the weekend and all we had to do was win and go to third, and with the form we were in, it was like, oh, we're going to win this, we're going to go to third. But it's just the story of being a Manchester United fan. You know, every time we've had a chance to go third, every time that Chelsea and Leicester have dropped points and they've played before us, all of a sudden we just can't win. It's like we don't want fourth, and it's been like that for a few seasons, and I think it's a mentality thing, and it is quite worrying because I think, you know, this was a really good game to go third. This was the game we should have took advantage of, and it feels like a loss because I feel like looking at the chances they had, looking at the chances we had, we really should have won that game, probably 3-1, and you know, it was quite depressing. But fair play to Southampton, they pressed us right until the very end. And today's video is 5 things we learned from Manchester United 2, Southampton 2. So I'm going to start with a positive, and it's going to be Anthony Martial. I thought Anthony Martial was absolutely world class today. The first chance we had, the one-on-one, yes, he didn't score it. Yes, you'd probably put your money on Anthony Martial scoring it, which is frustrating now. We've dropped points. You look back at that, you could have gone, yeah, he would have scored that, and it probably would have been a different game. But Martial won that out of nothing, through pressing, through dribbling, getting in that position, and he didn't score that. But then all of a sudden, he gets an assist. And if you look at the assist, the hold-up play, the work he does in that assist to pass it to Rashford and give Rashford a really easy one to put away, is absolutely world class. It was the hold-up play, the assist, the player intelligence to know that Marcus Rashford was there was amazing. And then obviously the goal from Anthony Martial, the dribble, the goal, it was so well taken. I think Martial had a world-class performance today, and I think he'd be frustrated not to get the win. I think there was a chance where he did a dribble and he got through like 3 players, he ran across the whole pitch and he just couldn't, I think he snatched it really, just couldn't put it in. But I thought Anthony Martial was absolutely world-class today, and I've got to give it to him. I think for me, man of the match by a mile. I think he's scored like 8 goals since Bruno Fernandes has arrived, which is incredible. The second thing I want to talk about is not good under pressure. Now, I think the pressure of Chelsea and Leicester dropping points could have weighed in a bit because it's the mentality that, you know, we've got to win, we've got to take advantage of this, knowing that City won't get banned, so 5th place isn't good enough. But when I say the pressure, I'm really talking about Southampton players pressing us. That's how we got caught out on the first goal with Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba did not have a good game. He got caught out multiple times, and that was because of Southampton's pressing. And I've really learnt from this game, we're not good under pressure. I've always thought that before, you know, when a team's really pressing us, you know, our centre-backs look a bit shaky. I've always thought that, you know, we're not the coolest team under pressure. And today with Southampton, they would not stop running us. And we made a lot of mistakes, a lot of misplaced passes. And that was really the story of the game. We did not look good under pressure. Southampton were much more organised than us, much more in shape. And I think under pressure, we just kept misplacing passes. Today was, I don't know how many misplaced passes we had today, but it was not good enough on the passing front. I think the pressure Southampton put on us, the shape they were in, did not play into our hands at all. And I think we were really poor under pressure. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is Luke Shaw. Now, Luke Shaw, I think, had a really good game. And I think Luke Shaw's one of those players where he doesn't always get the credit he deserves. As soon as Luke Shaw came off, it became a completely different game. I actually thought we were going to win 3-1. I was a little bit nervous, but I was like, now I can see us winning 3-1 because Luke Shaw, he kept driving forward. He could have got an assist if Rashford had just timed his run a bit better. The link-up play with him and Rashford on the left was really exciting going forward. Luke Shaw putting some great crosses, and I think he was one of the better players on the pitch today. And obviously when he came off for Brandon Williams, and I love Brandon Williams, and no disrespect to Brandon Williams at all, you know, he's got a head injury, Brandon Williams didn't put a foot wrong, but I thought Luke Shaw was excellent today. And I just wanted to talk about Luke Shaw because I feel like he gets a lot of stick, and for me, I think he's been pretty consistent lately, and I've been really happy with his performances, and I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch. And linking with my third point about Luke Shaw, as soon as you take Pogba off, as soon as you take Fernandes off, as soon as you take Luke Shaw off, it was a whole different team. As soon as we took Fernandes off, I was just like, well, we're not going to win now. Like, I just felt that. I just did. I felt, you know, we had no Pogba, Fernandes or Shaw on the pitch, and we were trying to defend and make it a 2-1 win. And, you know, we've parked the bus. 10 men, you know, Southampton really should have had 10 men. I think Southampton did have the luck today, but they did play well. I just felt like we took all our good players off the pitch and we went flat, inviting way too much pressure. Because, you know, the last 10 minutes of the game, they were just on us constantly. We couldn't get out. And I think that's because obviously we went to 5 at the back, we had 10 men. We took Fernandes off, we took Paul Pogba off, but it was just not good enough from us. And the whole team sort of just deflated. I think we're just not good under pressure. Now the fourth point I want to talk about is very quick, good turnaround. So I think I've obviously talked about mentality in a negative way of how this was a chance to go third. We just went apart the bus, we crumbled under pressure. You know, story of my life as a Manchester United fan. Third place, fourth place, top four, gifted to us, don't win. Story of my life. But I think the way we turned around from the first goal, as soon as we conceded that first goal, we became a completely new team. And I think the old Manchester United would have lost that game 1-0. And now it feels like a loss because we drew 2-2, but the way that we got that equaliser and then 3 minutes later we got that second goal, I thought that was really good mentality. It shows that we can turn the game around. I don't think we created loads of chances today. I think they were very good defensively. We actually struggled to break them down. I thought Pogba had a bad game. But I think the fact that we turned it around was a positive in a sense of when Manchester United now go 1-0 down early on, we don't need to worry. We've seen it against Bournemouth. We've seen it against Southampton. And at the end of the day, that was our game to lose. And the fifth and final point, which kind of links to what I've been saying throughout this video, is set pieces. We got caught out on a set piece. Against Southampton, James Ward-Prowse, you don't want to give them many set pieces. And I just thought, I know we went down to 10 men, I know we were 2-1 up, but I think the fact that we went so defensively and were giving away set pieces, I just could see that goal coming, and it was really frustrating because we should have been defending better. We zonal mark, we shouldn't zonal mark. But it was just that the state in which we lost was really not good. I've mentioned it loads of times in this video and I'm not going to repeat myself, but we're 2-1 up, we're looking good. Luke Shaw gets injured, changes the game. But you take Pogba off for Fred, and to be honest, I thought that was a good decision because Pogba wasn't having the best game. But if we want to get a third goal, you want Pogba on. And I think with the way Southampton were playing, with the way Southampton were pressing us, we should have been going for 3-1, not 2-1. Not trying to hold the win, we should have been going for an extra goal. And I felt like we were never really going for that third goal after half-time, where Southampton, they looked more like they were going for a goal than us. And I think that's ideally what let us down. Now let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section down below. This is 5 things we learned from Manchester United 2, Southampton 2. I'm not particularly happy with the result. It feels like it's points dropped. It's so frustrating because we're now in 5th. Rival fans can... But yeah, hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video, and I'll see you next time.